This is a great time to be a Star Wars fan. There's so much new coming out. We just started getting the stuff from the High Republic, and so far it is some really good material. I'm about halfway finished with The Light of the Jedi, and I'm loving it. Back in December, we also got news of a bunch of new Star Wars projects, and even a film. The Rangers of the New Republic, Ahsoka, the long-rumored Kenobi series has been confirmed. Acolyte, which I believe is a Sith-based show taking place during the High Republic, the Cassian Andor Series, The Bad Batch, releasing on May the 4th, Star Wars Visions, A Droid Story, the Lando Calrissean Series, and finally, the Book of Boba Fett, and The Mandalorian Season 3. That's a lot. I want to talk about a few of the rumors and news that's been coming out lately, today on Star Wars Fanatic. If you are new to the channel or just haven't made the commitment yet, go on and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all of my Star Wars projects. So, some of the news and rumors coming out had me a bit confused at first. I know a lot of these shows will tie in together. I'm sure the Obi-Wan Kenobi series will tie into the Lando series and Andor series in some way, since they're around the same timeline. The Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, the Rangers of the New Republic, and Ahsoka will all tie in as well. With that said, Ray Park is rumored to reprise his role as Darth Maul, or just Maul by now, in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I was confused by this at first because the timeline seemed a bit off. However, I do have it straightened out now. The Kenobi series is supposed to be in the timeline of 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, or 9 years BBY, before the Battle of Yavin. In Rebels, we see Kenobi kill Maul in a duel on Tatooine. He dispatches him quickly, but it was an emotional moment nonetheless. After the duel, we see Obi-Wan, or Old Ben Kenobi, ride his dewback to the Lars homestead. You can hear Beru in the distance call for Luke a couple of times. And extremely far off, Luke is seen running toward the domed entrance of their home. When I first watched this, it looked like Luke was about 5 to 6 years old. Not only because of his size, but the way he ran. Seemed just a bit older than a toddler. Then, I had to remember the timelines. Luke Skywalker was 19 in A New Hope, or 0 BBY. Rebels Season 4 ended at about 1 BBY. The episode Twin Sons, where Obi-Wan Kenobi killed Darth Maul, took place in Season 3 and would have put it at about 2 BBY. This puts Luke at about 17 years old during the Twin Sons episode. It was an illusion, making it look like he was younger. It was a far-off shot, and my mind played a trick on me with it. So, it's absolutely correct that Maul could be in the Kenobi series at 9 BBY. At the time, it was about 7 years prior to his death in the middle of the desert at the hands of his old rival, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, sticking with the Kenobi series, in Rebels at 2 BBY, Maul was looking for Kenobi and even needed Ezra Bridger's help to find him. If the new series does take place at 9 BBY, like reports suggest, then Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi can have no interaction, at least not on Tatooine. That means that Kenobi will be going off-world on other adventures, and we aren't going to see just an old rundown Jedi handling Tusken disputes and watching sand from far away while watching Luke grow up. We will actually get adventure in this one. That is, until Obi-Wan decides to go into full hiding mode. Not to hide from Maul, but because it is getting too risky to be out on the galaxy with Inquisitors and Darth Vader hunting Jedi. I think Obi-Wan will have his first run-in with Darth Vader in his present form. Both will sustain heavy damage this time, and Kenobi won't walk away unscathed, like he did in Revenge of the Sith. He truly understands now Anakin Skywalker is gone, or at least he believes him to be gone. Obi-Wan isn't meant to turn him back. After the fight, he goes into full hiding mode. He will run into Ahsoka at some point, but this is too early on for her to know about Anakin's turn to the dark side. Obi-Wan will most likely avoid the Anakin question altogether and probably just tell her something like he disappeared during Order 66. But I don't think that is in the character of Obi-Wan, as he told Padme that Anakin turned to the dark side right away. Maybe his shame of not being able to turn him back stops him this time, but we do know that Ahsoka doesn't find out about until at about 3 BBY, 6 years after the Kenobi series takes place. It seems that with all these series, Kenobi, Andor, and Lando, that not only the main characters will be crossed over into each other's shows, but I would expect other big characters to appear in each as well. Yes, we are hyped about Hayden Christensen reprising Anakin and possibly the body of Darth Vader for the Kenobi series, but he may be in for the Andor series and the Lando series as well. The same with Ian McDiarmid, who is rumored to be reprising his role as Emperor Palpatine, or Darth Sidious if you prefer. They could easily show up in the other series, as it is the same timeline, and the Galactic Civil War is still in its infancy at this time. Someone else I would expect to pop up, Saw Gerrera. Not just in the obvious Cassian Andor series, but also Lando and Kenobi. Should we expect a young Leia? Most likely. And Alden Ehrenreich could return as Han Solo in all of the series. Eunice Suwatamo, or however you say his name, will also probably return as Chewbacca. If we see Han, why not? But not for all three, because remember, Han didn't meet Obi-Wan until Luke was about 19, not 10. But he will most likely show up in the Lando series and maybe even the Cassian series. If Maul were to ever get a show, I would assume Han Solo would be a major player in it as well. Why? Because Han just went off to do business with Jabba the Hutt, last we saw in Solo, a Star Wars story. And guess what that means? If Maul is still in control of Crimson Dawn, we could see more live-action Mandalorians, such as Rook Kast and Ursa Wren and Gar Saxon. Although they may be at odds with Maul for leaving them to die on Mandalore during the Siege of Mandalore, at the end of the Clone Wars, we could still see them. The Bad Batch. I would expect to see a young Boba Fett. It says the Bad Batch become mercenaries. This falls into the famed bounty hunter's jurisdiction. I would hope we'd see that conclusion between Boba Fett and Cad Bane as well, but I have a feeling they will just discard that unfinished project like it never happened. Looking at the other series around their own timeline, The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, The Book of Boba Fett, and The Rangers of the New Republic, look at all the characters that could show up in each of these. Migs Mayfeld, Thrawn, Ezra, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia Organa, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Lando. The list is endless as to whom can show up in these series. I, for one, am so excited for this new era of Star Wars material. I have a feeling it will blow our minds away. Even the Andor series, which I am least excited about, seems very promising. By the way, least excited does not mean not excited at all. Anyways, those are some of my predictions for the new stories that we will see drop within the next couple of years. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know if you are all as excited as I am. If you're new to the channel or just haven't committed yet, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with Star Wars, news, theories, fan fictions, and lore. Also hit the thumbs up to show your love for what I do here and share the video. And consider joining as a channel member as well to receive special perks. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.